GL4 Pro standard versus IRH variation. Which one should you get for your build? What's the differences between them? There are some variances between these that will definitely change which one you want to put on your setup. The GL4 Pro in its standard variation was our entry at Defense Distributors to the night vision world. This lamp features 4 different features: a white light, an IR illuminator, a green laser, and an IR laser. All of these are able to be selected in their individual modes or combined. For example, there's a mode for white light and green laser combined, and there's a mode for IR laser and IR illuminator combined. These are all selectable right here on the side. Now, we had a lot of customers who came to us and they said, this is awesome for a PCC or PDW, it's great, but there's some setups where I don't necessarily need a white light. Could you remove that white light and add in features and bring down the price? Essentially, what they meant by that is on certain setups where you need to reach out to distance, like a longer range rifle, this unit's got a lot of great features and the lasers will reach out there, but the white light just simply doesn't have the throw to actually hit those targets at distance. Because of that, they were putting on things like Surefire turbos, which could reach out to distance, and the white light really was useless for that specific setup. So for those customers, we made a specific variation just for them, the IRH. What we did in this unit is we removed the white light LED and instead made the IR illuminator LED a little bit bigger, and that allowed us to get some more throw. We could put a bigger reflector plate in there. There's some stuff we did to it to make it a little bit punchier, but the differences between these units don't just extend to the exclusion of the white light. There's some more differences. The standard variation is now on V3 as I'm making this video. V3 brought a lot of changes to the unit involving a selector knob on the side that's easier to turn with gloves or impaired. The QD latch on the side got some improvements. The buttons on the side got some improvements, changing the way they function. And the IRH version of this unit is still, as of this video, on V2. The biggest changes meaning the side selector is going to be harder to turn under night vision or with gloves on, etc. The buttons on the back don't have the dual toggle function. They are still on their old mode, which in my opinion is just fine for a unit like this, but it doesn't come with some of those key improvements that might help you out on the V3. So if those are really, really important to you, I would just stick with paying a little more for the standard variation. The lugs on the bottom are also a little bit different. The V3 has more adjustability, so you can get more rail options, which can really help on handguns with odd Picatinny rails on the bottom. But that being said, I don't think any of these changes are necessarily deal breakers. Maybe the selector switch on the side is for your specific setup, and that's something you have to decide for your use case. And if that is a deal breaker, go with the standard variation. However, if you want to save a little bit on price, the IRH version takes off that white light and helps you save on price. Plus, the IR illuminator on the IRH is able to punch out a little bit further and a little bit tighter with its beam pattern. It isn't necessarily more powerful than the standard variation. It just might be a little bit tighter to your eye and help you to throw out to further distances. That being said, that usually isn't the make or break with these units because the standard is perfectly good enough in its configuration with the IR illuminator. The real buying decision between these two units usually comes down to simple price and not needing the white light function. However, I do sometimes like to have a backup white light on my unit, which is what the standard variation allows for. For those customers who really just want the IR illuminator and slightly better specs, the IRH is a great option for you. And for those customers who want an all-rounded unit and want to pay just a little bit more, the standard is a great option for them. Again, it comes down to your use case and what you're looking for your specific setup. If you want to purchase either of these options, you can head to the link in the description, defensedistributors.com.